This city opened the arms to me when I came here. I never felt like having an accent was a detriment. I never felt like being from Cuba drew anything back against me. People opened their arms to me, and I was very successful in establishing many different businesses, headquarters here in Charlotte.
Felix Sabat has proven the American dream. That's gone through generation after generation, that you can bake yourself into something starting from scratch. And you can do it with personality, you can do it with talent, you can do it with brains, and you can do it through leadership. And it is great to have Felix be a part of leadership in Charlotte.
I was not able to graduate from high school because I had a family to support. I had my mother and 6 brothers and sisters. So I had a bunch of odd jobs. I worked at the airport here in Charlotte, parking cars, washing cars. I worked in the hospital as an orderly. And then I sold cars. And life comes a full circle. I started out, my real first job was selling cars for City Chevrolet, which is now owned by Rick Hendricks. And 40-some years later, I'm now a car dealer.
It's very rare to find a businessman that's been as successful as he has been, and not to burn any bridges with anyone, always does what he says. It's his word, it means everything to him, and if it means he'll lose some money to honor what he says, he's going to do it.
The thing that probably helped me the most in my career, it was 1976. I lost 90% of my business in 1 month. And I went home and I thought, what do I do now? Because my business was gone. My 3 main manufacturers I was doing business with, they pulled the plug out from under me. And it would have been easy for me to fold. But I saw that as an opportunity to really expand. And I was able to get involved with a little company called Atari that probably I would not have never gotten involved with them had my business still been good, because it was good.
1 minute it's the automobile business, the next minute it's the boat business, the next minute it's about racing, the next minute it's about one of his investments, the next minute it's about another investment, then we're back to cars, then we're over to boats, and then we're over to family, then we're back to racing, then we're back to the car business. He's like the guy on Ed Sullivan there that used to have the plates on the top of the sticks. I mean, he can keep a lot of plates on top of the sticks for a long time.
I didn't see it coming. It happened so quick that the first one happened, the second one happened, the third one happened. I said, oh my goodness. And I had just hired a new president of the company, pay him a lot of money. And he walked in my office and said, I guess I'm going to get fired. I said, no, I'm going to raise your salary. He looked at me like I was crazy. And I said, no, because you're going to have to work twice as hard as what I hired you to begin with, and we're going to make this work. And Roy Morris was his name, and he retired a few years back. But we built a $1 billion business from being broke.
Funniest stories on Felix. He got mad at NASCAR at the Charlotte race in front of 180,000 people. You know, you can't go over pit wall. He got mad, and when he gets mad, boy, he went off, and he crosses pit wall, and he's pointing to the press box where NASCAR officials are sitting, and he's throwing his radio down, and he's not speaking English, and he is just wound up, and every time he won't quit, and they keep penalizing Kyle a lap and a lap and a lap.
He was up for membership at Quail Hollow, and I was on the board. And the night before the membership committee, or the night before the board met, he arrived at Quail Hollow in, I think, a Bentley or one of the big cars, and he was wearing a fur coat. Now that I know Felix, I know that's just another expression of his enthusiasm for life. But at the time, I thought that was a little over the top. So I actually voted against him being a member of Quail Hollow.
Everybody said when he and I got together as partners, we'd last about a week, and we often kid each other. The only argument we've ever had is over who's going to pick up the dinner check.
I'm pretty fortunate to have a great family, and I hope to see them grow their business career the same way I grew my business career.
The one thing I take away from his immediate family is the amount of love that they all have for each other. You know, they may not see each other every day, but certainly when they are together, they might be the warmest family I've ever been around. Very much touchy-feely, very, hugging a lot. Young people not at all saying, I love you, Dad. I've heard his children say that a lot.
His smile and his enthusiasm and his excitement for life is infectious. You can't be around him and not get excited about what's happening that day, or for that matter, for that moment.
He's given so much to this community, and done so much to help people in the community. Charlotte's been very fortunate to have Felix Sabates live here in Charlotte.